Hey guys, long time no see. Right. So, I actually don't have an excuse. I actually don't have an excuse. I was like, oh, time to log in on YouTube, and I was like, hey, when the lot coming in? But essentially, let that sink in. I am here with a book video, which you guys might be like, you know how to read? Yes, I do. I actually love reading quite a bit, but I haven't been in it lately. By lately I mean like most of the time. Now it's summer and I feel so free. I don't feel a time crunch. It's just like period. Like, so I was like, it's summer, let me get my TBR, let me set some reading goals, and I've already started on my TBR a little bit, but I want to share with you guys my TBR for this summer. Tell you guys, like, it's a pretty demure TBR, and it's things that I'm pretty, obviously you can't be sure that you're gonna like a book, but it's like stuff that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like. It's like pulls from like my 6th grade TBR, the first time I ever made a TBR, because it's like I still haven't read those books. So yeah, you guys like what the books are, why I picked them, and then I'll read you guys like the little Goodreads blurb. Let's get started. First I'll tell you guys the book that I'm reading right now. The first one, The Girl on the Train, and I'm doing this one first because I already have it. I got it from the book fair either this year or last year. I got it from the book fair last year. I think I'd heard a little bit about it on Book Talk before that, and that's why I got it. I'll read you guys actually the back. I just realized I don't have to pull up the Goodreads, so oh, it's like the whole it's like spaced out really weird. Wait, let me tell you guys the whole thing. It's The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. You don't know her, but she knows you. Gag. Okay, else in this carriage, I must look normal. I'm doing exactly what they do. Okay, this is not like a review. I think that's just a quote. Can you guys tell I haven't read in a while? The same. Rachel catches the same commuter train every morning. She knows it will wait at the same signal each time, overlooking a row of back gardens. She's even started to feel like she knows the people who live in one of the houses. Jess and Jason, she calls them. Their life, as she sees it, is perfect. If only Rachel could be that happy. Until today. And then she sees something shocking. It's only a minute until a train moves on, but it's enough. Now everything's changed. Now Rachel has a chance to become a part of their lives she's only watched from afar. Now they'll see. She's much more than just a girl on the train. That's the little blurb. I started it yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Okay, it starts on like page 11, but I think I'm like less than 50 pages in, but it's pretty good. I really like, it's like kind of like big though. Like, and it's like the words aren't like small or anything, but just like the book itself is like, I don't usually like carrying around these books, but it's okay because I'm at home because it's summer. Yeah, it's pretty good right now. The main character, Rebecca, she's pretty silly. I think it's a little bit funny how she has this whole lore for these people across the street, but it's also like, something's got to be wrong. Like, why is she invested in these people? But yeah, I think, okay, when it says that everything changes, I was imagining like a murder. Maybe that is what happens. Or maybe I already read it. Like, when I read it, I was like, is this the everything changes or no? Only, like I said, I'm not even 50 pages in, so we'll see. Yeah, essentially. So that's the only thing on my physical TBR. Actually, I just lied, I'm sorry. The next thing that's not really my TBR, it's actually my summer reading book, but it is something to be read, so let me grab it. So on last day of school, my English teacher gave me this because it's our summer reading book for this summer, obviously for next year. It's The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. I've never heard of it. I think she told us a little bit about it in class. Let me just read the back. It's like this whole thing. When Elwood Curtis, a black boy growing up in 1960s Tallahassee, is unfairly sentenced to a juvenile reformatory called the Nickel Academy, he finds himself trapped in a grotesque chamber of horrors. Elwood's only salvation in his friendship with fellow delinquent Turner, which deepens despite Turner's conviction that Elwood is hopelessly naive, that the world is crooked, and that the only way to survive is to scheme and to avoid trouble. And life at the academy becomes even more perilous as I'm making up words. Okay, as life at the academy becomes even more perilous, the tension between Elwood's ideals and Turner's skepticism leads to a decision with repercussions that would go down decades. Anyways, yeah, so that's like the little blurb. I don't know if I have to do any work with it. I haven't been mailed with like summer reading information. She was kind of just like, here's your book. I probably am gonna have to do some, actually no, I don't think I have to do work for my English book this year. That might have just been middle school, but I don't remember. I'll probably do it like early August. Basically exactly 200 pages. It's 201 pages plus a really short epilogue, so I don't be reading epilogues. I also forgot to show you guys, I have it all written down, my TBR, in my little journal. It's mostly to like daily to-do lists in here, but I have my little TBR. It's not very cute and organized. It's not very long either. This is my summer TBR. So yeah, those are my 2 things on my physical TBR, aka I already have them in hand. The rest I'm probably just gonna get from the library. Maybe I'll buy them, but I'll probably just get them from the library. Oh my gosh, wait, I just lied again. I have another one. Okay. So the next one is What I Know Now, Letters to My Younger Self. It's a, I don't want to say compilation. I feel like there's like a more literary word for this. It's a collection of basically letters of these like women to themselves. Prior to reading this, I don't know any of these people except Maya Angelou, but they all have like lore. A book that my dad gave me a few months ago because he really wanted me to read it, so I was like, okay, I'll go queen, even though I'm more of like a fantasy or realistic fiction kind of person, way fiction, but so I was like, okay, dude. Speaking of my dad, he also gave me David Copperfield. I don't want to say Shakespeare. I don't think it's Shakespeare, but somebody, Charles Dickinson. Is that an author? I don't know. But anyways, I don't know if I can get to that. But this, I decided, I was like, wait, it's like a collection of things, so I could just read one per day. Today I started, and I realized it's actually just like one page of, what's it called? One page of like backstory of the person, like 1.5 pages, and then like half a page or a page of like just the actual letters, so they're really super short. I was like that. So I'll either like read more per day, or I'll just let it last the whole summer. I don't know if this is all the authors that are included in it, but I think I could, even if I did one per day, I could finish this pretty quickly. But also there's like a lot of pages, so I don't really know how that's gonna work. Now edited by Ellen Spraggins. Yeah, these are all people, like known people, a poet, author, playwright, stuff like that. So these are all the people. So I don't know what's special about these people, because this is definitely not all the people. And I don't even want to say that's the end of my physical TBR. I don't even want to say that's the end of my physical TBR, because it might not be. Because, anyways, next is Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, which I know everybody has read this book, even people who don't be reading for real. I consider myself people who don't be reading for real, because it's like, I'm like a reader in my head, but it's like, I've been off that grind for a while now. So, yeah, it's literally been on my TBR since like forever, since I literally got Pinterest and was able to watch book talk on Pinterest. So I'll look up the little blurb if you haven't already, and then also I was like, well, once I read it I can watch the show. I was so convinced that I would read it before the show even came out. It was sailed, but let's look it up on Goodreads. It has 4.29 stars, and it goes, everyone in Fairview knows the story. Pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend Sal Singh, who then killed himself. Okay, I thought these were the main characters, okay. Who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about, and 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. But she can't shake the feeling that there was more to what happened that day. She knew Sal when she was a child, and he was always so kind to her. How could he possibly have been a killer? Now a senior herself, Pip decides to re-examine the closed case for her final project, at first just to cast doubt on the original investigation. But soon she discovers a trail of dark secrets that might actually prove Sal innocent, and the line between past and present begins to blur. Someone in Fairview doesn't want Pip digging around for answers, and now her own life might be in danger. It's a calm 433 pages, and the reason why I remembered A Good Girl's Guide to Murder was because I have a little book folder on TikTok of books that come up on our favorite page that seem interesting. It was the reappearance of Rachel Price, and I was like, Holly Jackson, that sounds familiar. Or no, I don't think it was the author, I think it was the book cover that looked familiar, like the style of it. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. But essentially, I actually had 2 TikToks of it saved, I'm pretty sure, and I didn't even realize. I'll read you guys a little blurb. It was like a photo slide TikTok thing, so they used the photos of Alison De Laurentiis, and I was like, hey, that girl got my attention, period. Okay, a new true crime oh wait, that's the thing. That's Camera's Lies. 18-year-old Belle, slow down, okay. 18-year-old Belle has lived her whole life in the shadow of her mom's mysterious disappearance. 16 years ago, Rachel Price vanished, and young Belle was the only witness, but she has no memory of it. Rachel is gone, long presumed dead, and Belle wishes everyone would just move on. But the case is dragged up from the past where the Price family agreed to a true crime documentary. Belle can't wait for filming to end, for life to go back to normal, and then the impossible happens. Rachel Price reappears, and life will never be normal again. Rachel has an unbelievable story about what happened to her. Unbelievable because Belle isn't sure it's real. If Rachel is lying, then where has she been all this time? And could she be dangerous? With the camera still rolling, Belle must uncover the truth about her mother and find out why Rachel Price has really come back from the dead. It honestly does remind me Alison De Laurentiis from Pretty Little Liars, because it's like she comes back and she like, period. Like, ain't nobody believe you, queen. Like, I still haven't finished. Actually, I finished the like main part, but I didn't finish the season where they become adults. And also, like, whenever I watch something, I don't really watch it 100%, because I don't like watch like shows or YouTube without doing something else while I'm doing it. I wasn't really paid. Like, I got confused. Like, I was really confused. It was like, how many A's are there? Do you ever really know who A is by the end? I still don't know who A is. And I don't know if I'm supposed to know who A is or not. But Yeah, just stop doing that face. Yeah, next is one that I actually started a few months ago when I was lurking at Barnes and Nobles, and it was really good because I was able to get through 50 pages really fast. Or I don't know if it was fast, but it was like easily, which I haven't done since literally like elementary. I'm literally lying, but that's what it feels like. Bruising through, like, finish one Judy. I would like go, library day was Wednesday, I would get a Junie B. Jones book, finish it that day, get a Land of Stories book, and finish it like by the end of the week. So it was like two, and now I can't do that no more. And obviously it's because the text is getting smaller, the pages are getting bigger, whatever. But whatever. Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. And this whole time I thought it was Otessa Murtaugh, but whatever. Anyways, I started it at Barnes & Noble's and it was pretty good. The cover makes you think it's like a classic book. It's like a funny, like, contemporary. I think that's what that means. Like, it's like modern day. Well, it's like 2001 or something, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a funny book, but I actually don't remember like what it was, but I just remembered enjoying it. So yeah, get it from the library or buy it. I feel like that might be like a buy it moment, but I probably just get it from thrift books because heck no. First of all, what's the point of buying a new book if it already exists? It's like another tree chopped down, period. That one friend that's too woke, but also it's just cheaper. I've gotten something from thrift books before and I'm trying to remember what the shipping must be like, because if the book's like $2, like, you're probably gonna pay more for shipping, but I feel like I've paid for shipping probably, like, I could count on one hand the amount of times I've paid for shipping ever in my life, so I don't know. It was a great book and I feel like I could finish it quickly, and it also has been on my TBR since like forever, since like 6th grade, which, like, obviously I probably shouldn't have read it in 6th grade and I didn't, so it's fine. One that I meant to write down that I forgot is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is like another like book talk moment. Like, it's just like one of the things that you need to have under your belt before you start getting to some other tomfoolery. Yeah, I started it on Z. Guys, I was a Z library warrior back in the day and it got taken down, so it's like, girl, okay. But I started it on Z library a few years ago, and then I was like, well, I'll revisit this later, and now it's later and I want to revisit it, so let me write it down before I actually forget it again. I'm not gonna say I have to be able to finish this TBR, but I think it's definitely possible. As long as I'm not going like multiple days without reading, then I literally should be. Next one is the Naturals series, and that's just a series that I want to start like towards the end of summer and then finish it. My goal isn't to finish the series, it's just to start it. So it's just because I saw a TikTok about, or like I had it saved on TikTok about the first one. I had it saved and I thought it was really interesting, and then I realized that it was a series and I was like, maybe I should read the whole series. I almost made me put it down, but I was like, let me lock in. The 4 books are The Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, and Bad Blood. And let me see if I can get a general... Okay, I'll read you just the blurb for the first one. Oh, by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and she also wrote The Inheritance Games. I haven't read a series in so long, and The Inheritance Games, I always had it like in the back of my mind, and one of my friends really likes it, like she recommends it. So every time somebody's reading it, I'm like, girl, I know what you're reading. Like, I know you be on book talk for real. Period. Cassie is a natural at reading people, piecing together the tiniest details. She can tell you who you are and what you want, but it's not a skill that she's ever taken seriously. That is, until the FBI came knocking. They've begun a classified program that uses exceptional teenagers to crack infamous cold cases, and they need Cassie. What Cassie doesn't realize is that there's more at risk than a few unsolved homicides, especially when she's set to live with a group of teens whose gifts are as usual as her own. Sarcastic, privileged Michael has a knack for reading emotions, which he uses to get inside Cassie's head and under her skin. Brooding Dean shares Cassie's gift for profiling, but keeps her at arm's length. Soon, it becomes clear that no one in the Naturals program is what they seem. And when the news killer strikes, danger looms closer than Cassie could ever have imagined. Caught in a lethal game of cat and mouse with the killer, the Naturals are going to have to use all their gifts just to survive. So, truly, what's on my TBR is just like The Naturals, like the first one. But then if it tickles my fancy, I'll read the rest of the series. So yeah, it kind of just reminded me like how much I loved a good series back in the day, so it's like maybe I should get back on that. Also, I put on this like cute little summer shirt, but you couldn't even see it in the video, so like please appreciate my shirt. But yeah, let me know what's on your TBR. If you've read any of these books, let me know how you liked it, and yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully I can give you guys like an end of summer book review or something. If you guys have any like book content ideas, that would be fun. LMK. Should I do a reading for 24 hours challenge? Actually, like, explode. I don't think I could do that. Bye.